Courage and integrity. The story of Yanzi's bold stand. Have you ever wondered what it means to truly stand up for what is right, even when it's risky? Imagine a time long ago, during the spring and autumn period, when a minister named Yanzi faced a dangerous dilemma. His king was murdered, and Yanzi had to choose between staying silent or boldly expressing his grief and disapproval. This is a tale of courage and integrity, where loyalty to righteousness prevailed over personal desires. Join us as we dive into Yanzi's brave decision and discover the powerful messages hidden within this ancient story. During the spring and autumn period, Qi Jinggong and the wife of his minister Qi Ju had an affair, leading Qi Ju to kill Qi Jinggong. Another minister, Yanzi, upon hearing that the king was murdered, wanted to express his condolences despite others' fear. When Yanzi arrived at Qi Ju's home, Qi Ju's associates questioned him. "Are you here to die for him, or to flee the state of Qi?" Yanzi replied, "One should understand the bigger picture and discern right from wrong. If the king dies for his country, his subjects should be willing to die for him. If he flees for his country, his subjects should flee with him. But if the king dies or flees for personal desires, who would follow him?" After speaking, Yanzi boldly entered Qi Ju's house, removed his cap, stamped his feet, pounded his chest, ignoring the other bodies lying over Qi Jinggong, cried out in anguish, and then left. Conclusion. Yanzi's story is a timeless lesson in courage and integrity, offering valuable insights that are still relevant today. His actions in the face of danger serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of standing up for what is right, even when it is difficult or dangerous. Yanzi did not allow fear to dictate his actions. Instead, he followed his moral compass, demonstrating that true loyalty lies in upholding justice and righteousness, not in blindly following leaders who act out of selfish motives. In our modern world, we often encounter situations where our values are tested, whether in the workplace, in our communities, or even within our families. There are moments when we must decide between staying silent or speaking out against wrongdoing. Yanzi's story encourages us to have the courage to take a stand, to voice our concerns, and to act according to our principles, even when it feels uncomfortable or risky. Moreover, Yanzi's discernment between loyalty to a person and loyalty to a principle is particularly poignant. He understood that allegiance should not be given unconditionally, but should be earned through righteous actions. This perspective challenges us to evaluate the motivations of those we follow and support. Are they acting in the best interest of the greater good, or are they driven by personal gain? This critical thinking is essential in maintaining integrity in our personal and professional lives. Yanzi's bold act of removing his cap, stamping his feet, and pounding his chest in grief was more than a dramatic display. It was a symbolic gesture of defiance against corruption and moral decay. It shows that sometimes nonviolent actions and expressions of dissent can have a profound impact, highlighting the strength of moral conviction over physical force. In conclusion, Yanzi's story is a beacon of hope and inspiration. It teaches us that courage and integrity are timeless virtues that transcend eras and cultures. By embracing these values, we can navigate the complexities of our modern lives with clarity and purpose, always striving to do what is right, even in the face of adversity. 2. A lesson in integrity, the man who chose the right path. Have you ever faced a situation where doing the right thing wasn't easy or clear? In ancient China, a man in the state of Lu found himself in a dilemma when a young widow sought shelter during a stormy night. What he did next wasn't just about following rules, but about upholding his own principles. Join us as we uncover the wisdom behind his surprising decision and what it teaches us about personal integrity and moral responsibility. In ancient China, there lived a man in the state of Lu who resided alone. His neighbor, a young widow, also lived alone. One stormy night, her house collapsed, and she sought shelter at her neighbor's house. However, the neighbor refused to let her in. Standing outside his window, she exclaimed, "How can you be so heartless, refusing to let me in?" The man replied, "I have heard that only men and women over 60 can live together. Since we are both young, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to let you stay." The woman questioned, "Why can't you be like Master Lu, who could hold his daughter in his arms without causing any scandal?" He responded, "Master Liu could do that, but I am not him. If I cannot ensure our interaction is as scandal-free as his, it's better not to let you in at all." Hearing of this, Confucius commented, "Very good. This man wanted to do the right thing without merely copying others' actions, and he succeeded. That's true wisdom." Conclusion. The story of the man from Lu and the young widow offers valuable lessons about personal integrity and individual responsibility. In a moment of crisis, the man's decision to refuse the woman's shelter might seem heartless at first glance. However, his reasoning reveals a deeper commitment to his own moral principles. He knew that allowing the woman to stay might lead to gossip and scandal, which he wanted to avoid. His actions weren't about simply following societal norms, but about staying true to his own sense of right and wrong. Confucius praised the man's decision, highlighting that true wisdom lies in making moral choices based on personal judgment rather than just imitating others. The man's refusal to let the woman in wasn't a sign of weakness but a demonstration of strength. He understood that he couldn't guarantee their interaction would remain innocent, unlike Master Liu, who could hold his daughter without any scandal. This shows the importance of understanding one's own limitations and making decisions accordingly. In our own lives, we often face situations where the right choice isn't always clear or easy. The man's story reminds us that integrity means staying true to our principles, even when it's difficult. It encourages us to think carefully about our actions and their potential consequences, rather than just following what others do or what seems easiest at the moment. Moreover, the story emphasizes the value of individual responsibility. Each person is accountable for their own actions and decisions. By making choices based on our own understanding of right and wrong, we contribute to a more ethical and principled society. In conclusion, the man from Lu teaches us that true wisdom and integrity come from within. It's about making decisions that align with our values and understanding the impact of our actions. This timeless lesson from ancient China remains relevant today, reminding us to uphold our principles and take responsibility for our choices. 3. Discover the secrets of true success, wisdom, and virtue. Have you ever wondered what truly defines success? Is it fame, wealth, or something deeper? The ancient wisdom of Han Dynasty astronomer Zhang Heng offers profound insights that might change the way you see your life's purpose. In a simple yet powerful story, Zhang Heng shares two vital messages that reveal the true path to greatness. Dive into his teachings on virtue and continuous self-improvement, and uncover the timeless secrets to becoming a respected and accomplished individual. Han Dynasty astronomer Zhang Heng often taught his students by engaging in discussions with them. One day, a student asked him, "Teacher, you always tell us that having a purpose is the motivation for life and everyone has their own purpose. What should our purpose be?" Zhang Heng replied, "High moral standards and clear wisdom." The students asked for more details, and Zhang Heng explained, "A gentleman shouldn't worry about not being honored, but should worry about not being virtuous. It's not a disgrace to have little, but it is shameful to lack depth in knowledge and wisdom. Only those who are disciplined and dedicated to learning and improving without being swayed by fame or material gain can truly manage a country and accomplish great things. Because of Zhang Heng's noble character, he became a renowned and highly respected intellectual and leader. Conclusion: Zhang Heng's story teaches us timeless lessons that are incredibly relevant even today. His emphasis on virtue and wisdom over fame and material wealth is a powerful reminder of what truly matters in life. In our modern world, it's easy to get caught up in the race for success, often measured by how much money we have or how famous we become. However, Zhang Heng's teachings urge us to look beyond these superficial markers and focus on developing our character and intellect. The first important message from Zhang Heng is about the significance of high moral standards and clear wisdom. He believes that being virtuous and wise is the true purpose of life. This perspective encourages us to cultivate kindness, honesty, and a genuine desire to understand the world around us. When we prioritize these values, we not only improve ourselves but also positively impact those around us. This is especially important in a society that often celebrates external achievements over internal growth. The second message emphasizes the importance of dedication to continuous improvement. Zhang Heng advises us to be disciplined and committed to lifelong learning. In a world where information is constantly evolving, the ability to adapt and grow is more important than ever. By focusing on self-improvement and not being distracted by the pursuit of fame or wealth, we can achieve a deeper sense of fulfillment and make meaningful contributions to society. Zhang Heng's story is a call to action for all of us to reevaluate our goals and priorities. It challenges us to seek wisdom and virtue as our primary purpose and to remain dedicated to personal growth. By embracing these principles, we can lead more meaningful lives and leave a lasting legacy of integrity and wisdom. In the end, true success is not about how much we have, but who we become and how we impact the world.
If you like this video, please comment 1. And if you don't, comment 2. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.
4. How emotions can skew our judgment. Have you ever wondered how much your feelings influence your decisions? Imagine a king who once praised his loyal subject for acts of kindness, only to later punish him for the same actions. This story of King Wei and Dizi Xia reveals a powerful lesson about how love and hate can cloud our judgment. Discover how striving for fairness, regardless of our emotions, can lead to more balanced and just decisions. Curious to know more? Let's dive into this intriguing tale. There's a historical example involving King Wei and his subject, Dizi Xia. Dizi Xia was deeply loved by the king at first. One time, Dizi Xia took the king's chariot without permission to visit his sick mother. Instead of punishing him, the king praised his filial piety. Another time, Dizi Xia shared a delicious peach with the king, who again admired his thoughtfulness. However, when the king's feelings changed, he viewed these same actions negatively. A minor mistake by Dizi Xia led the king to harshly punish him for past deeds that were previously forgiven or praised. This illustrates how love and hate can drastically alter one's judgment. When we love or hate someone, it can cloud our perception and obscure the true value of their actions. It's crucial to strive for fairness and recognize both the good and bad in someone, regardless of our personal feelings. This way, our decisions and actions toward them can be more balanced and just. Conclusion. The story of King Wei and Dizi Xia provides a timeless lesson about the powerful impact of our emotions on judgment. Initially, King Wei's love for Dizi Xia led him to overlook the rules and even praise actions that would typically be frowned upon. When Xia took the king's chariot without permission to visit his sick mother, the king saw only the filial piety and love for his parent. Similarly, when Xia shared a delicious peach with the king, it was viewed as a sign of thoughtfulness and loyalty. However, as the king's feelings changed, so did his perception of Xia's actions. The same deeds that were once praised became reasons for punishment. This shift demonstrates how our personal feelings can distort our judgment and lead to unfair decisions. When we let love or hate influence our perspective, we risk misjudging people and their actions. The key takeaway from this story is the importance of striving for fairness in our judgments. It's natural to have emotions, but we must be aware of their potential to cloud our perception. By recognizing both the good and the bad in someone, regardless of our personal feelings, we can make more balanced and just decisions. This principle applies not just in historical tales but in our everyday lives. Whether at work, in personal relationships, or in our communities, maintaining an objective viewpoint helps us treat others more fairly. When we focus on the facts rather than our feelings, we can better appreciate the true value of someone's actions and character. In conclusion, the tale of King Wei and Xia is a powerful reminder that emotions can significantly influence our judgments. By striving for fairness and balance, we can overcome the bias of our feelings and make more just decisions. This approach not only benefits those we interact with but also helps us become more compassionate and fair individuals. 5. The Art of Patience and Leadership. Lessons from Lu Xun's Triumph. In a time of fierce battles and great warriors, Lu Xun stood out not just for his strength, but for his wisdom and patience. How did he manage to lead an army to victory against the formidable Liu Bei? What secrets of leadership and strategy did he reveal? Join us as we delve into a story from the era of the Three Kingdoms, where the power of strategic patience and firm leadership brought triumph against all odds. Discover the timeless lessons that Lu Xun's tale has to offer. During the era of the Three Kingdoms, the king of the Shu state, Liu Bei, led a great army to attack the eastern Wu. The Eastern Wu's king, Sun Quan, appointed Lu Xun as the chief commander, who led 50,000 troops to resist. Believing that Liu Bei's forces were newly arrived and full of vigor, Lu Xun decided to avoid immediate conflict, understanding that the enemy's morale would naturally decline if not engaged quickly. However, his subordinates misunderstood his intentions, thinking he was too fearful to fight due to the strength of the opposing force. This caused dissatisfaction and resentment among them, as they relied on their superior military strength and wished to ignore his orders. Holding his sword, Lu Xun declared, "Although I am a scholar, I accept the duty entrusted by our king. You must follow my command because I have the strategy and just cause to endure humiliation and hardship. Those responsible for defending our land must not act recklessly. Military law is impartial and must not be violated." Speaking with both gentleness and firm resolve, Lu Xun earned the deep respect of his soldiers and commanders, who thereafter dared not disobey him. Later, Lu Xun cleverly employed a strategy of fire to defeat Liu Bei's army. In conclusion, Lu Xun's story from the era of the Three Kingdoms provides us with valuable lessons on the importance of strategic patience and effective leadership. By choosing to avoid immediate conflict with Liu Bei's formidable forces, Lu Xun demonstrated a deep understanding of the dynamics of war. He recognized that rushing into battle with an eager and powerful enemy would likely lead to unnecessary losses. Instead, he waited for the right moment, allowing the enemy's morale to wane. This decision highlights the significance of patience and timing in achieving success, not just in war, but in various aspects of life. Moreover, Lu Xun's leadership style offers timeless insights into what makes an effective leader. When faced with dissatisfaction and resentment from his subordinates, who misunderstood his strategy and doubted his courage, Lu Xun did not respond with anger or force. Instead, he communicated clearly and firmly, explaining the rationale behind his decisions and emphasizing the importance of discipline and following orders. His ability to balance gentleness with resolve earned him the respect and loyalty of his soldiers, demonstrating that true leadership involves both empathy and authority. Lu Xun's clever use of strategy, such as employing fire to defeat Liu Bei's army, further underscores his ingenuity and foresight. This aspect of his leadership shows that being a good leader is not just about commanding troops, but also about thinking creatively and strategically to overcome challenges. The story of Lu Xun reminds us that success often requires patience, strategic thinking, and effective communication. In our fast-paced world where quick decisions and immediate results are often valued, Lu Xun's approach teaches us the power of waiting for the right moment and leading with a combination of empathy and firmness. These timeless lessons from an ancient era are still relevant today, offering guidance for leaders in any field. 6. The ultimate test of love and loyalty, a tale of true commitment. Have you ever wondered how far love and loyalty can truly go? Imagine a wife so dedicated that she makes an unimaginable sacrifice to prove her devotion to her husband. This is the story of Mrs. Lu, a woman whose acts of selflessness and integrity in the face of extraordinary challenges will leave you in awe. Dive into this compelling tale and discover what it means to love and be truly committed. Thinking he was near death and seeing his young wife, a man didn't want to leave her to live alone. He loved her very much and cared deeply for her. The wife, fearing that her husband would regret leaving her if he died, gouged out one of her eyes to show her commitment and reassure him. This act proved her deep love and loyalty to her husband. Mrs. Lu, the wife of Mr. Fong Huyen Lin, was an exceptionally beautiful and virtuous woman. When Mr. Lin was young, he was very poor. Once, when he fell seriously ill and thought he was dying, he told Mrs. Lu, "I am gravely ill, and you are still young. You shouldn't stay alone. Find a way to live well with another husband after I'm gone." Mrs. Lu cried upon hearing this and then went behind a curtain to gouge out one of her eyes, indicating to her husband that even if he died, she would not remarry. Soon after, Mr. Lin recovered from his illness. He later passed his exams and rose to a high government position. Mr. Lin loved and respected Mrs. Lu immensely and did not take any concubines. People thought this was because he was afraid of Mrs. Lu's jealousy. Even the emperor, wanting to test Mrs. Lu, one day asked her, "It is common for high-ranking officials to have concubines. Our official here is getting old and I want to give him a beautiful woman." Mrs. Lu firmly refused. Angered, the emperor scolded, "If you are not jealous, you live. If you are jealous, you die," and then ordered someone to bring a cup of wine, pretending it was poison, and told her, "Then you must drink this poison." Without hesitation, Mrs. Lu took the cup and drank it all at once. Seeing this, the emperor said, "I must be cautious, as must Huyen Lin." Conclusion. The story of Mrs. Lu and Mr. Fong Huyen Lin is a profound example of the depth of true love and commitment. Mrs. Lu's willingness to gouge out her own eye to reassure her dying husband of her unwavering loyalty is an act that speaks volumes about the nature of genuine love. It's a love that transcends physical appearance and societal expectations, focusing solely on the emotional bond and mutual respect between two people. In a world where relationships can sometimes be taken for granted, Mrs. Lu's actions remind us of the power of sacrifice, and selflessness. Her decision to make such a personal sacrifice for the sake of her husband's peace of mind is a testament to her deep love and commitment. This act not only reassured Mr. Lin, but also solidified the strength of their relationship, showing that true love involves putting the needs and feelings of the other person above one's own. Furthermore, the story highlights the importance of integrity and loyalty in relationships. Despite societal pressures and the emperor's attempts to test her, Mrs. Lu remained steadfast in her commitment to her husband. Her refusal to accept a concubine for her husband and her willingness to drink what she believed to be poison rather than compromise her values demonstrate her unwavering loyalty and moral strength. These actions reflect a level of integrity that is rare and admirable, showing that true commitment involves staying true to one's values and promises, regardless of external circumstances. In conclusion, the tale of Mrs. Lu and Mr. Lin is a powerful reminder of what it means to truly love and be committed to another person. It encourages us to reflect on our own relationships and consider the sacrifices and integrity required to build and maintain a deep, lasting bond. Mrs. Lu's story is not just about love. It's about the strength of character and the unwavering commitment that defines true love and loyalty. 7. The Secret to Success. Lessons from Two Old Men Fishing. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to succeed effortlessly while others struggle, even when they are in the same situation? Let me share with you a story about two old men, Mr. Gyap and Mr. At, fishing by a stream. Mr. Gyap was catching fish easily while Mr. At couldn't catch any. The surprising reason behind their different fortunes holds valuable lessons that can change how you approach challenges in life. Curious to know the secret? Keep reading to find out. Long ago, by a stream, there were two old men fishing on rocks. One, Mr. Gyap, easily caught many fish, while the other, Mr. At, didn't catch any all day. Frustrated, Mr. At threw down his rod and asked Mr. Gyap, "We use the same bait and fish in the same stream, so why is there such a difference in our luck?" Mr. Gyap replied, "When I bait my hook, I focus only on myself and forget about the fish. My calm spirit makes the fish forget I'm here, so I catch them easily. You, on the other hand, keep thinking about the fish and watch them intently, which scares them away. Just relax and enjoy yourself and the fish will come." Mr. At followed this advice and indeed began to catch fish. Conclusion. The story of Mr. Gyap and Mr. At fishing by the stream offers timeless wisdom that is relevant to all aspects of life. The first key lesson is the importance of focusing on yourself and your actions, rather than being consumed by the outcome. Mr. Gyap's success in catching fish was not due to any special technique or secret bait, but because he centered his attention on his own actions and remained calm. In our daily lives, we often get caught up in the end results, whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal goals. By shifting our focus to the process and what we can control, we reduce stress and often achieve better results. The second lesson is about the power of staying calm and enjoying the moment. Mr. Gyap's calm and relaxed demeanor allowed him to enjoy fishing and also made him more successful at it. On the other hand, Mr. At's frustration and intense focus on catching the fish scared them away. This teaches us that maintaining a relaxed and positive attitude can make a significant difference in our success. In American culture, this resonates with the concept of mindfulness and living in the present moment. When we approach our tasks with a calm spirit and enjoyment, we are more likely to perform better and attract positive outcomes. In conclusion, the story of the two fishermen reminds us to focus on what we can control and to maintain a calm and positive mindset. These lessons are not only applicable to fishing but to every challenge and opportunity we face in life. By adopting these principles, we can navigate our paths with more ease and success. So, the next time you find yourself struggling, remember Mr. Giap and Mr. At by the stream, and consider how a shift in focus and attitude might change your luck. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time. 8. The Power and Fragility of Emotions. A Tale from Yan. Have you ever been so moved by your feelings that they clouded your judgment? Imagine being deceived by those you trust, only to find that your deep emotions have been played with. This story from Yan illustrates just how powerful and fragile our emotions can be. Join us as we explore a tale of misplaced trust, emotional manipulation, and the lasting impact on one's heartfelt connections. People often have deep feelings that emerge strongly when they're moved by particular circumstances. However, if these feelings are mistakenly placed or expressed, they may not be the same afterwards. For instance, there was a man from Yan who grew up there, lived in the state of Suo as an adult, and returned to Yan in his old age. While traveling through the state of Jin, which is near Yan, his travel companions tricked him by pointing to a town and falsely claiming it was Yan. The man became visibly saddened. They pointed to a village ground saying it was his village, to a house claiming it was his ancestral home, and to a mound saying it was his ancestor's grave. The man broke down and cried at each lie. His companions laughed, revealing it was all a joke and they were actually in Jin, not Yan. Embarrassed, the man felt foolish. When he finally returned to Yan and saw his real hometown and ancestral graves, his feelings of affection were subdued and no longer as intense as before. Conclusion. This tale from Yan serves as a powerful reminder of the dual nature of our emotions, their immense strength and their vulnerability. Emotions are a fundamental part of the human experience, driving our actions and shaping our perceptions. They connect us deeply to places, people, and memories. However, this story also warns us of the potential consequences when our emotions are misguided or manipulated. The man from Yan felt profound sadness and longing for his hometown, showing just how deeply we can be affected by our ties to our roots and our past. His companion's deception revealed a cruel truth. When emotions are directed towards something false, the impact can be lasting and damaging. The man's feelings of affection and connection were genuine, yet they were taken advantage of, leading to a sense of embarrassment and betrayal. When he finally returned to his true hometown and saw his real ancestral graves, his emotions were no longer as intense. The prior manipulation had dulled his genuine feelings. This highlights a significant lesson. Once trust is broken and emotions are played with, it can be challenging to restore them to their original state. The authenticity of his feelings was compromised, showing that emotions, while powerful, are also fragile. In our own lives, we must be cautious about where we place our emotions and whom we trust with them. This story encourages us to reflect on the sincerity of our connections and the integrity of those around us. It reminds us that while emotions can drive us to profound experiences, they can also lead to profound disappointment if mishandled. Ultimately, this tale from Yan urges us to cherish our genuine feelings and protect them from deception. It calls for a mindful approach to our emotional lives, ensuring that our deepest feelings are honored and preserved in their true form. By doing so, we can maintain the strength and purity of our emotional bonds, keeping them resilient against the trials of life. 9. The Secret to True Contentment, a tale from the Tang Dynasty. Have you ever wondered if having more truly makes you happier? The story of Kong Ruo-Si, a renowned scholar from the Tang Dynasty, challenges our modern notions of success and satisfaction. Discover how his unique approach to life and success can teach us valuable lessons about contentment and humility. Dive into this intriguing tale to uncover the wisdom of finding joy in what you have and the power of appreciating every small achievement. Kong Ruosi, a scholar from the Tang dynasty, was famous for his studies. In his youth, someone offered him many volumes of calligraphy by the renowned Chu Tuai Liang. Kong Ruosi, however, only accepted one. The giver exclaimed, "This calligraphy is a rare treasure in the world, more precious than gold or silver. Why don't you take them all?" Kong Ruosi replied, "If it's more valuable than gold or silver, then one volume is more than enough." He then gave half of that volume of calligraphy away. Later, Kong Ruosi was recommended for an academic position in the capital and was promoted several times, eventually becoming a mid-ranking official. He often told people, "I am satisfied with reaching this rank." He kept a still water jar by his seat to symbolize his contentment. Conclusion: embracing contentment and humility. The story of Kong Ruosi from the Tang dynasty provides us with timeless lessons on contentment and humility that are incredibly relevant in today's fast-paced world. In an age where we are constantly bombarded with messages encouraging us to want more and achieve more, Kong Ruosi's approach offers a refreshing perspective. By choosing to accept only one volume of precious calligraphy and then giving half of it away, Kong Ruosi demonstrated a profound sense of contentment. He understood that true value does not lie in the quantity of possessions but in the quality of one's appreciation. This act of moderation teaches us that sometimes less is indeed more. It encourages us to cherish what we have instead of always seeking more, leading to a more fulfilling and less stressful life. Kong Ruosi's humility is another powerful lesson. Despite his significant achievements and rise in rank, he remained humble and satisfied with his position. The still water jar he kept by his seat symbolized his contentment and served as a constant reminder to stay grounded. This humility is a stark contrast to the relentless pursuit of success and status that often characterizes modern life. It reminds us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external accolades or possessions. Incorporating these lessons into our lives can lead to a more balanced and peaceful existence. By embracing contentment, we can reduce the constant pressure to keep up with others and instead focus on what truly matters to us. By practicing humility, we can stay grounded and appreciate our journey, regardless of how far we've come. The story of Kong Ruosi invites us to reflect on our own lives and consider how we can find joy in the present moment. It encourages us to appreciate the simple pleasures and be grateful for what we have, fostering a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that no amount of material wealth or status can provide. 10. The Art of True Happiness, a noble's unconventional choice. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be happy? Imagine having the chance to inherit a noble title, bringing you honor and high status. Would you abandon a passionate career for it? This is the story of Mo Yu, a royal theater performer who faced this exact choice. Instead of following the expected path, he chose to stay true to his love for the stage. His decision and the wisdom behind it might just change the way you think about success and happiness. In the past, Mo Yu was a performer in the royal theater. Originally from a prominent family, he fell in love with theater and became an artist. Eventually, he had the chance to inherit a noble title from his family, but as an artist, this was frowned upon. People advised him, acting is considered a lowly profession while a noble title brings honor. It is natural for people to abandon lower status for higher recognition. Mo Yu replied, "I feel fortunate to be an artist. I never feel lowly or degraded. On stage, I play kings and generals. Isn't it wonderful to capture everyone's attention as soon as the curtain goes up? What more could one want? When someone mentioned that all those roles were just make-believe, Moyu responded, "Do you think the honor of a title is any more real, or could it be gone tomorrow just like that?" Conclusion: the courage to follow your heart. Yu's story is a powerful reminder that true fulfillment comes from pursuing what you love, not from chasing societal approval or higher status. Despite the pressure to inherit a noble title, you chose to remain an artist, a decision that might seem surprising to many. His choice teaches us several valuable lessons. First, following your passion is crucial for genuine happiness. You found joy and satisfaction on stage, playing kings and generals and capturing the audience's attention. He didn't see his profession as lowly or degrading. Instead, he found immense pride and honor in being an artist. This teaches us that the value of our work is not determined by societal standards, but by how it makes us feel and the impact it has on others. Second, Moyu's story encourages us to question societal norms. He challenged the belief that a noble title was inherently more honorable than being an artist. By doing so, he highlighted the temporary nature of titles and societal recognition. He pointed out that these external symbols of honor could disappear overnight, just like roles on a stage. This perspective helps us understand that true worth and honor come from within, not from external validation. Lastly, Yu's courage to stay true to himself is inspiring. It takes immense bravery to go against societal expectations and follow your heart. His story reminds us that it is okay to make unconventional choices if they bring us joy and fulfillment. It encourages us to find our path, even if it differs from what others expect of us. In conclusion, Yu's journey as an artist teaches us the importance of following our passions, questioning societal norms, and having the courage to make our own choices. His story is a testament to the fact that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, and that we should never be afraid to pursue what truly makes us happy. 11. Finding true balance. Lessons from ancient wisdom. Have you ever wondered if wealth truly brings happiness, or if living in poverty is a path to peace? The ancient story of Confucius's students, Yuan Xian and Zi Gong, reveals surprising insights about the real meaning of a fulfilling life. Join us as we explore how finding balance and practicing contentment can lead to true happiness and inner peace, regardless of our financial situation. Confucius's student, Yuan Xian, lived in poverty in the state of Lu, while another disciple, Zi Gong, lived in wealth in the state of Wei. Yuan Xian's poverty harmed his health, while Zi Gong's wealth also affected his health. Neither poverty nor wealth is good. What then is the right way? An ancient Chinese thinker, Yang Zhu, said, "A person can be happy all their life and also live peacefully all their life. Those who know how to live happily do not feel poor, and those who know how to live peacefully do not seek wealth." Money is merely an external material. It cannot be brought into life or taken away in death. It shows that money and life are unrelated, yet people often do not realize this, so they live and die for money, turning their whole life into a process of accumulating and spending money. Most do not know what makes life interesting. Tuanzi said, "A person who knows moderation lives in dire straits yet has an open mind, lives in wealth yet remains respectful and composed. When resting, their spirit is not slack. When working hard, their demeanor remains dignified. When successful, they do not punish too harshly in anger, and when happy, they do not reward excessively. This is truly a gentleman." Conclusion. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of wealth and material possessions, believing they will bring us happiness and fulfillment. However, the ancient story of Confucius's students, Yuan Xian and Zi Gong, reminds us that neither extreme wealth nor extreme poverty is the key to a good life. Instead, the true essence of a fulfilling life lies in finding balance and practicing contentment. Yuan Xian lived in poverty, and it took a toll on his health. On the other hand, Zi Gong lived in wealth, but this too affected his well-being. This illustrates that both poverty and wealth come with their own set of challenges. The key takeaway here is that money, while necessary to a certain extent, is not the ultimate source of happiness or peace. Ancient Chinese thinker Yang Zhu's words further reinforce this idea. He pointed out that those who know how to live happily do not feel poor, and those who know how to live peacefully do not seek excessive wealth. This means that a person's mindset and attitude towards life play a more significant role in their happiness than their financial status. Money is merely an external material that we cannot take with us when we die, highlighting the importance of focusing on what truly matters in life. Tuanzi's perspective on moderation provides a practical guide to achieving this balance. A person who knows moderation can remain open-minded and calm in both difficult and prosperous times. They can rest without becoming lazy and work hard without losing their dignity. Such a balanced approach helps them handle emotions like anger and happiness in a controlled manner, leading to a more stable and peaceful life. In conclusion, the story of Yuan Xian and Zi Gong teaches us that the pursuit of balance and contentment is far more rewarding than the relentless chase for wealth. By focusing on what truly matters and practicing moderation, we can achieve a fulfilling and peaceful life, regardless of our financial situation.
If you like this video, please comment 1. And if you don't, comment 2. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.
12. How kindness and cooperation transformed rival states into allies. Ever wondered how a simple act of kindness can change the course of history? During the Warring States period, two neighboring states, Liang and Su, were in constant competition. Their story could have been one of endless rivalry, but instead, it became a powerful example of how cooperation and positive actions can build lasting friendships. Discover how a unique approach to resolving conflicts turned these two states from foes to friends, and learn the valuable lessons that are still relevant today. During the Warring States period, Tong Xu, a senior official from the state of Liang, served as a district governor on the border next to the state of Su. People in the border regions of Liang and Su both grew melons. The Liang people, skilled in caring for their crops and diligent in watering, grew large, sweet melons. The Su people, lacking in care and watering, did not produce tasty melons. Envious of the superior Liang melons, some Su people would steal from Liang's melon gardens. When the Liang people reported this to Tong Xu, asking for permission to catch the thieves, he advised against it, saying, "Liang and Su are neighbors. We should be sincere and love each other." The Liang people then helped water the Su's melon fields, and gradually, Su's melons improved in quality. Touched by this gesture, the king of Su was deeply moved and offered 1,000 gold coins in gratitude, initiating a friendly relationship with Liang. This led to a lasting friendly alliance between the two states. Conclusion. The story of Liang and Su during the Warring States period offers timeless lessons on the importance of kindness and cooperation. Instead of resorting to retaliation when faced with theft, the people of Liang chose to help their neighbors. This decision not only resolved the immediate problem, but also laid the foundation for a long-lasting alliance. By choosing to water the Su people's melon fields, the Liang people demonstrated that helping others can lead to mutual benefits. Their act of kindness improved the quality of the Su melons, which in turn eliminated the need for theft. This gesture of goodwill created a bond of trust and respect between the two states. The king of Su was so moved by this unexpected kindness that he offered 1,000 gold coins in gratitude, a gesture that further solidified their newfound friendship. This story teaches us that positive actions can create ripple effects that go beyond immediate results. The cooperation between Liang and Su led to a lasting peace and a stronger, more prosperous relationship. This is a powerful reminder that our actions, no matter how small, can have a significant impact on those around us. In today's world, where conflicts and competition are prevalent, the lessons from Liang and Su are more relevant than ever. Kindness and cooperation can bridge divides and create opportunities for growth and understanding. Instead of responding to negativity with more negativity, we can choose to respond with positive actions. This approach not only benefits others but also enriches our own lives. The story of Liang and Su is a testament to the enduring power of kindness. It shows that by working together and helping each other, we can overcome challenges and build a better future. Let's take inspiration from this ancient tale and strive to be kinder, more cooperative individuals in our own lives. In doing so, we can create a world where lasting friendships and alliances are possible, just as the people of Liang and Su did centuries ago. 13. The Power of Dedication. How a King's Sacrifice Restored His Nation. Have you ever wondered how far dedication and self-discipline can take you? Imagine a king who gave up all luxury, lived a simple life, and constantly reminded himself of past defeats just to ensure his nation's future victory. This is the remarkable story of King Gujian of Yue, whose unwavering commitment and resilience not only restored his nation, but also achieved a historic triumph over their conquerors. Dive into this inspiring tale to discover the true power of perseverance and determination. During the Warring States period, the state of Wu conquered Vietnam, prompting King Gujian of Yue to vow to restore his nation and defeat Wu as revenge. To achieve this, he started with himself, setting an example through personal effort. He personally worked in the fields, and his wife wove their own cloth. They lived frugally, eating only the food they grew and wearing only the clothes they made. They didn't overeat, aiming to stay slightly hungry, and wore simple or old clothes. Gujian avoided the temptation of luxury, did not take any concubines, and once told Zikong, "I don't care for elaborate meals, I don't taste fine foods, I don't gaze upon beautiful women, and I don't listen to flattery." He did this in hopes of one day decisively confronting Wu. To keep himself from desiring a comfortable and pleasurable life, Gujian also kept a gallbladder in his bedroom to taste when feeling lazy, reminding himself, "Gujian, have you forgotten the taste of losing your country?" Eventually, Vietnam grew stronger and defeated Wu. Conclusion. The story of King Gujian of Yue is a timeless lesson in dedication, self-discipline, and resilience. Gujian's relentless efforts to live a frugal and disciplined life were not just for show, but were deeply ingrained in his strategy to reclaim his nation from the state of Wu. His personal sacrifices, such as working in the fields, wearing simple clothes, and abstaining from luxury, served as a powerful example to his people, demonstrating that true leadership begins with oneself. Gujian's commitment to his mission went beyond mere physical actions. The symbolic act of tasting the gallbladder every time he felt complacent was a constant reminder of his country's past defeat and a motivator for future success. This act of remembrance kept his spirit sharp and his determination unwavering, It illustrates the importance of never forgetting past struggles and using them as fuel to drive future achievements. This story underscores a universal truth. Significant accomplishments often require personal sacrifice and steadfast dedication. Gujian's ability to inspire his people through his own actions created a collective spirit of resilience and determination within his nation. His leadership was not about immediate gratification, but about long-term goals and the greater good. In today's fast-paced world where instant success and comfort are often sought after, Gujian's story reminds us of the enduring value of hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to endure hardship for a greater purpose. It encourages us to look beyond temporary setbacks and focus on the bigger picture. Ultimately, King Gujian's victory over Wu was not just a military triumph, but a testament to the strength of human spirit and the power of unwavering commitment. His legacy teaches us that, with dedication and resilience, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome. It's a story that continues to inspire, reminding us that true success is built on the foundation of sacrifice, discipline, and a relentless pursuit of our goals. 14. The Power of Calm, a lesson from ancient times. In a world where stress and chaos often take over, imagine being on a boat in the middle of a storm. Everyone is scared, but one person remains calm and collected. This isn't just any person, it's Ta An, a famous official from the Eastern Jin dynasty. His reaction to the storm not only eased everyone's fears but also demonstrated true leadership. Curious about how calmness and serenity can change a dire situation, listen to the story of Ta An and discover the timeless lessons of staying calm and leading with tranquility. A famous official from the Eastern Jin dynasty, Ta An, before taking up his official duties, enjoyed traveling freely through the mountains and rivers, paying no mind to worldly affairs. He often invited friends to join him in enjoying the scenic beauty of nature, and every trip included singers for entertainment. Once, while sailing with friends, a storm arose and everyone was frightened. Ta An, however, sang calmly and naturally, easing everyone's fear. The sailors continued to sail out into the open sea as the winds grew stronger. At that point, Ta An calmly said, "Let's head towards the shore. How can we return otherwise?" The sailors immediately turned the boat around. Everyone greatly admired Ta An's composed and tranquil demeanor. Conclusion: embracing calm and serenity in leadership. The story of Ta An from the Eastern Jin dynasty offers timeless wisdom that remains relevant in today's fast-paced world. His ability to stay calm during a storm, both literally and figuratively, teaches us invaluable lessons about handling stressful situations and leading with a serene mind. In moments of chaos, our instinctive reaction might be panic, fear, or confusion. However, Ta An's example shows us that maintaining a calm demeanor can have a profound impact. By singing calmly during the storm, he was able to soothe his companions' fears and bring a sense of peace to an otherwise terrifying situation. This act of tranquility not only helped to ease the immediate fear, but also created a sense of trust and reassurance among those around him. It reminds us that our actions and attitudes can greatly influence the emotional state of others, especially in times of crisis. Moreover, Ta An's leadership through serenity is a powerful lesson for anyone in a position of responsibility. When faced with growing winds and a dangerous situation, he didn't react with urgency or desperation. Instead, he made a rational decision to head towards the shore. His calm and clear instructions helped steer the boat to safety, demonstrating that effective leadership is not about reacting impulsively, but about making thoughtful decisions even under pressure. This approach is crucial in any leadership role, whether in personal life, business, or community settings. In our daily lives, we encounter numerous situations that test our patience and composure. By channeling Ta An's calmness and adopting a serene approach, we can navigate these challenges more effectively. It encourages us to take a step back, breathe, and approach problems with a clear mind. Not only does this help in managing our own stress, but it also sets a positive example for others to follow. In essence, Ta An's story is a reminder of the power of calmness and serenity. It inspires us to embrace these qualities, not only for our own well-being, but also to become better leaders and more supportive companions in the journey of life. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time. 15. Discovering Hidden Wisdom, the Enlightenment of Huineng. Have you ever wondered if true wisdom can come from unexpected places? The story of Huineng, the sixth patriarch of Zen, challenges our ideas about enlightenment and understanding. Growing up poor and uneducated, Huineng's journey to becoming a revered Zen master is both surprising and profound. Through a simple verse, he revealed the essence of Zen and proved that true insight isn't about constant effort or polished appearances. Dive into this tale to uncover how a humble woodcutter outshined a learned disciple and earned his place as a legendary figure in Buddhism. Huineng, the sixth patriarch of Zen, grew up poor and uneducated, working as a woodcutter. At the age of 24, he was guided to study Buddhism with the fifth patriarch Hongren at Huangmei Mountain. He spent his days quietly working and practicing his faith, pounding rice in a storage hut. One day, Hongren announced to his disciples that he would pass on his teachings to anyone who could express their enlightenment through a verse and reveal the true foundation of Zen. The leading disciple, Shenxiu, wrote a verse that was highly praised by all who read it. The body is the Bodhi tree. The mind is like a clear mirror stand. At all times we must strive to polish it and must not let the dust collect. However, Huineng felt that although Shenxiu's verse was truthful, it wasn't truly profound. So, he composed his own verse, which was written down and posted beside Shenxiu's. Originally, there is no Bodhi tree, nor is there a clear mirror stand. From the very beginning, not a single thing exists. Where then can the dust alight? This verse stunned everyone with its absolute expression of Zen, ultimately leading to Huineng receiving Hongren's teachings. Conclusion: the story of Huineng, the sixth patriarch of Zen, teaches us valuable lessons about enlightenment and the sources of true wisdom. Despite his humble beginnings as a poor and uneducated woodcutter, Huineng's profound understanding of Zen surpassed that of Shenxiu, a more educated and respected disciple. This demonstrates that true insight and wisdom can come from anyone, regardless of their background or social status. Huineng's journey began with simple, quiet dedication. He spent his days pounding rice and practicing his faith. His life took a significant turn when he joined Hongren, the fifth patriarch of Zen, and later responded to the challenge of expressing enlightenment through a verse. While Shenxiu's verse highlighted the importance of constant effort and vigilance in maintaining a pure mind, Huineng's verse went beyond. It suggested that in the purest state of Zen, there is nothing to polish because there is no mirror or tree to begin with. This profound simplicity resonated deeply and earned him the honor of receiving Hongren's teachings. This story challenges us to rethink our notions of where wisdom can be found. It encourages us to look beyond appearances and traditional markers of intelligence and to appreciate the deep insights that can come from unexpected places. Hui Ning's experience shows that true understanding often lies in recognizing the inherent simplicity and emptiness of existence, rather than in continuous effort and striving. In a broader sense, the story of Hui Ning inspires us to be open to learning from all sources and to value the unique perspectives that different individuals bring. It reminds us that wisdom and enlightenment are not the exclusive domains of the educated or privileged, but can be found in the humble and the ordinary. This timeless lesson from Zen can guide us in our own journeys towards understanding and enlightenment. 16. Unlocking Wisdom, the Tale of Wang Mian. Have you ever wondered how far dedication and simplicity can take you in life? Dive into the fascinating story of Wang Mian, a young boy who learned from humble beginnings to become a wise and content man. His journey of self-education and his choice to embrace a simple life offer timeless lessons that resonate deeply in today's fast-paced world. Discover how passion for learning and contentment with what we have can lead to true fulfillment. Reading the I Ching in a pine forest, discussing the classics under bamboo groves, I sit quietly by the window in the early morning, reading the I Ching. I grind cinnabar with the dewdrops that fall from the pine needles and circle the great ideas in the book. In the evening, I sit at my reading desk studying the classics, letting my soul follow the clear sounds that blend with the wind drifting through the bamboo forest. Wang Mian was from Chuji, Zhejiang. When he was about 7 or 8 years old, he herded cattle in the fields but would sneak into the school to listen to the students recite their lessons, memorizing everything he heard in silence. His mother told his father, "Our son is so captivated. Why not let him study?" So, Wang Mian went to live in a monastery under a monk's care. At night, he would sneak into the Buddha hall, sit on the knees of a Buddha statue, and read fervently by lamplight until dawn. Many of the statues in the Buddha hall were made of clay and looked fierce, which would frighten others, but Wang Mian, being a child, paid no mind to this and acted as if he saw nothing. In On Yang, a scholar named Han Xing, amazed at Wang Mian's dedication to learning, took him as a disciple. Wang Mian diligently pursued his studies and eventually became a learned and wise man, knowledgeable about ancient and modern times. Some people wanted to recommend him for a government position, but Wang Mian said, "I have land to farm, books to read. Why should I entangle myself with court cases from morning to night and risk my life for others?" Wang Mian's story is a powerful reminder of the timeless values of dedication and simplicity. From a young age, Wang Mian showed an extraordinary passion for learning. Despite his humble beginnings as a cattle herder, he seized every opportunity to educate himself. His determination led him to sneak into schools and monasteries, where he studied fervently, often through the night. This relentless pursuit of knowledge not only expanded his mind, but also earned him the respect and mentorship of scholars like Han Xing. Wang Mian's dedication to self-education is a testament to the idea that true learning goes beyond formal education. It's about curiosity, perseverance, and the willingness to seek knowledge wherever you can find it. His story encourages us to never stop learning, no matter our circumstances. It shows us that with passion and commitment, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve great things. Equally important is Wang Mian's decision to live a simple, contented life. Despite being highly knowledgeable and having opportunities to pursue prestigious government positions, he chose a different path. Wang Mian found happiness in farming his land and reading his books, away from the complexities and risks of political life. His choice reflects a deep understanding of what truly matters in life: inner peace and satisfaction. In today's world, where success is often measured by wealth and status, Wang Mian's story offers a refreshing perspective. It reminds us that true fulfillment comes from within, and that living a simple, contented life can be far more rewarding than chasing external achievements. Wang Mian teaches us that it's okay to step back from the rat race, appreciate the small things, and find joy in simple pleasures. In conclusion, Wang Mian's life is a beautiful illustration of how dedication to learning and contentment with simplicity can lead to true wisdom and happiness. His story inspires us to pursue our passions, embrace simplicity, and seek fulfillment in the things that truly matter. 17. The hidden lessons of humility and impact in an ancient Chinese tale. Have you ever wondered what true humility looks like, or how our actions might ripple through the lives of others? Dive into the intriguing story of Xu Yu and Cao Fu from ancient China. This tale isn't just about avoiding power. It reveals deep insights about genuine humility and the unseen impact of our actions. Join us as we uncover the timeless lessons that still resonate today. During the reign of Emperor Yao in China, there was a man named Xu Yu. Emperor Yao heard of Xu Yu's talents and wanted him to govern the empire. Upon hearing this, Xu Yu fled north to the central region and hid under Mount Ji. Emperor Yao summoned him to be the governor of all the provinces, but Xu Yu didn't want to hear of this and went to the bank of the Ding River to wash his ears. At that moment, the famous hermit Cao Fu was passing by with his ox, intending to let the ox drink water. Seeing Xu Yu washing his ears, Cao Fu asked, "Why?" Xu Yu replied, "Emperor Yao wants me to be the governor, and I don't like this news, so I am washing my ears." Cao Fu responded, "If you live secluded in high mountains and deep caves, completely isolated from everyone, then who can recognize you? Your intentional wandering is just to make people aware of your reputation. Washing your ears in the river will dirty the mouth of my ox." After saying this, he led his ox upstream. Conclusion. The story of Xu Yu and Cao Fu offers valuable lessons that remain relevant in today's world. Xu Yu's attempt to avoid the responsibilities thrust upon him by Emperor Yao initially appears to be an act of humility. However, Cao Fu's sharp observation reveals that true humility does not seek acknowledgement or validation. Instead, it is a quiet strength that doesn't need an audience. This lesson reminds us that our intentions matter just as much as our actions. If we truly seek to be humble or detached, our actions should align with those values in a way that does not draw attention to ourselves. Moreover, Cao Fu's comment about the water being dirtied for his ox underscores a broader principle: the impact of our actions on others and our environment. In modern times, it's easy to get caught up in our own lives and forget how interconnected we all are. Every decision we make can have far-reaching consequences, affecting not just our immediate surroundings but also the wider community. This story encourages us to be mindful of our actions and consider their ripple effects on those around us. In our pursuit of personal goals and ideals, it's essential to balance our needs with the well-being of others. Genuine humility and awareness can guide us in making choices that are not only true to ourselves, but also respectful of the world we live in. Whether it's in our professional lives, personal relationships, or interactions with strangers, these lessons from Xu Yu and Cao Fu can help us navigate our paths with integrity and compassion. By reflecting on this ancient tale, we are reminded to look deeper into our motives and consider the broader implications of our actions. It's a call to live authentically and thoughtfully, always aware of the impact we have on the world and the people in it. 18. Finding peace and loyalty in the mountains, a tale of integrity and nature's tranquility. Imagine living in a place where the air is pure and the sights and sounds of nature calm your soul. This is the peace one finds in the mountains. But what happens when this serene life intersects with a tale of unwavering loyalty and sacrifice? Meet Jizitui, a man who chose integrity over recognition, and discover how his story teaches us about finding true peace and staying true to our values, even in the face of ingratitude. Dive into this captivating story of nature's tranquility and human virtue and see how these timeless lessons still resonate today. Living in the mountains brings a sense of peace and purity to the soul, inspiring noble thoughts. Watching clouds drift by or birds spread their wings can elevate one's thoughts above all else. Encountering a clear stream flowing down a ravine might inspire a desire to cleanse oneself of all mundane impurities. Caressing ancient pine trees and plum trees in the winter's chill as they stand tall against the cold snow, alongside seagulls and deer, can help one forget all worries and calculations. Returning to the world of men, one may realize that nothing really pertains to oneself, feeling even this physical body to be superfluous. Tangong of the state of Jin during the spring and autumn period lived in exile for 19 years, enduring many hardships. His loyal follower, Ji Zitui, was always by his side, achieving many feats. Later, when Tangong returned to his country to rule as Duke Wen, he granted land titles to his lords but forgot Jie. This oversight caused public dismay, and an anonymous paper was posted at the palace gate criticizing Duke Wen for his ingratitude. Embarrassed by this, Duke Wen sent for Jizitui. However, Jizitui had already retreated to the mountains to live in seclusion with his mother, saying he wanted only to care for her and uphold filial piety, not wishing to return to society. When Duke Wen tried to force him down by setting the mountain on fire, Jizitui chose death over submission, and he and his mother died hugging a large tree in the forest. Conclusion: the story of Jizitui and the serene mountains offers profound lessons that resonate deeply with our modern lives. Jizitui's choice to retreat into the mountains, a place of peace and purity, shows us the power of nature to restore our spirits. The mountains, with their ancient trees and flowing streams, symbolize a refuge from the chaos of daily life, where one can reconnect with their inner self and find clarity. This connection to nature is a reminder of the importance of taking time to step away from our busy lives and find moments of tranquility, allowing us to reflect and rejuvenate. Jizitui's unwavering loyalty and integrity are equally powerful. Despite being forgotten by Tangong, whom he loyally served during difficult times, Jizitui did not seek revenge or demand recognition. Instead, he chose a life of seclusion with his mother, embodying the values of filial piety and personal integrity. His ultimate sacrifice, choosing death over compromising his principles, highlights the importance of staying true to one's values, even when faced with ingratitude or injustice. In today's fast-paced world where recognition and rewards often overshadow the virtues of loyalty and integrity, Jizitui's story serves as a poignant reminder. It challenges us to reflect on our own lives and consider what truly matters. Are we living in a way that honors our principles and values? Are we taking the time to find peace and clarity amidst the busyness of life? The mountains and Jizitui's story remind us that true peace and fulfillment come from within and are deeply tied to our values and connection to nature. By embracing these lessons, we can navigate life's challenges with a clear mind and a strong sense of purpose, finding true peace and staying loyal to what we believe in. This timeless tale encourages us to cultivate inner tranquility and uphold our integrity no matter the circumstances.
If you like this video, please comment 1. And if you don't, comment 2. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.
19. Discover the power of perspective and gratitude. a story from ancient China. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by worry, unable to find joy in your daily life? Imagine a story from ancient China that teaches us how a simple shift in perspective and a bit of gratitude can transform our lives. In front of the Nam Thien temple lived an old woman who cried every day, whether it was sunny or rainy. Her tale, and the wise advice she received from a monk, reveals two profound lessons that can help us all lead happier and more content lives. Curious to know how? Keep reading to uncover the secrets of perspective and gratitude from this timeless story. In ancient China, there was a temple called Nam Thien, and in front of this temple lived an old woman known as the Weeping Lady. Whether it rained or shone, she wept continuously as she prayed. The head monk of Nam Thien temple asked her, "Old lady, why do you weep?" Sobbing, she replied, "Reverend, you don't know. I have two daughters. The elder married a shoemaker and the younger married an umbrella seller. On sunny days, I worry the younger can't sell her umbrellas. On rainy days, I worry the elder can't sell her shoes. That's why I am sad and cry." The monk advised, "Old lady, don't cry. Whether it rains or shines, we should thank Buddha and live well. On sunny days, think of your elder daughter thriving. On rainy days, think of your younger daughter doing well." The old woman wiped her tears and smiled. From then on, the weeping lady was always seen smiling joyfully, leading a happy and content life. Conclusion. The story of the old woman in front of the Nam Thien temple offers us timeless wisdom that remains highly relevant today. By shifting her perspective and embracing gratitude, she was able to transform her life from one of constant sorrow to one of joy and contentment. These two simple yet profound lessons can have a significant impact on our own lives. Firstly, perspective matters. The way we view our circumstances can dramatically affect our emotional well-being. The old woman was trapped in a cycle of worry because she focused on the negative aspects of both sunny and rainy days. The monk's advice helped her see that each situation had a positive side. Sunny days meant success for her elder daughter, and rainy days meant success for her younger daughter. By changing her perspective, she could find happiness no matter the weather. This teaches us that we can choose how to interpret our experiences. By focusing on the positive aspects of our situations, we can improve our mental and emotional health. Secondly, gratitude and acceptance are powerful tools for a happier life. The monk encouraged the old woman to thank Buddha and live well regardless of the weather. This act of gratitude helped her appreciate what she had rather than lamenting what she lacked. Acceptance of life's natural fluctuations, whether it's sunny or rainy, can lead to inner peace. Instead of fighting against circumstances beyond our control, embracing them with gratitude allows us to find contentment in every situation. In our fast-paced and often stressful lives, these lessons are invaluable. By consciously choosing to shift our perspective and practicing gratitude, we can cultivate a sense of joy and contentment, just like the old woman in the story. So, the next time you find yourself overwhelmed by worry, remember the wisdom of the Nam Thien temple and consider how a change in perspective and a bit of gratitude might transform your outlook. 20. The secret to mastering market timing and ethical business practices. Have you ever wondered how some merchants seem to always know the perfect time to buy and sell? The story of Ba Ku, a master grain trader from ancient Luoyang, reveals powerful insights into strategic timing and ethical business practices. Discover how his simple yet profound philosophy not only brought him success, but also earned him the respect and admiration of his peers. Dive into this timeless tale to uncover the secrets that can help you thrive in today's ever-changing market. During the Warring States period in Luoyang, There was a merchant named King who was a prominent trader after Pham Lai. His business philosophy, summed up in 8 words, was take advantage when others hold and hold when others take. He mainly dealt with agricultural byproducts. Following this philosophy, when there was a good harvest and prices fell due to surplus, he would buy and store the grains. In years of poor harvest, when prices skyrocketed, he would sell his stored grains. This way, he didn't push prices down when they were already low, nor did he hike them excessively when they were high, allowing him to balance market supply and demand effectively. Thus, King was praised as a master of grain trading. He took great pride in his trading skills, emphasizing that a good merchant must cultivate knowledge, courage, benevolence, and strength to thrive in the complex and ever-changing market. Conclusion: the story of King offers timeless lessons that are highly relevant even in today's modern world. His approach to trading, rooted in strategic timing and ethical practices, is a model for anyone looking to achieve long-term success in business. Firstly, King's strategy of buying when prices were low and selling when they were high demonstrates the power of patience and foresight. In a world where instant gratification often drives decision-making, his ability to think long-term and act counter-cyclically stands out. This lesson encourages us to look beyond the immediate market trends and understand the broader cycles. By doing so, we can make more informed and strategic decisions that yield greater rewards over time. Secondly, his ethical approach to trading is a powerful reminder of the importance of integrity in business. King didn't exploit market conditions to their extremes. Instead, he balanced supply and demand in a way that was fair and sustainable. In today's business environment, where competition can sometimes lead to cutthroat practices, his story highlights the value of maintaining ethical standards. It shows that success built on integrity and fairness is not only more rewarding but also more sustainable in the long run. Moreover, King's emphasis on knowledge, courage, benevolence, and strength as essential qualities for a good merchant is a valuable takeaway. These traits are not just relevant for traders but for anyone in any profession. Knowledge allows us to make informed decisions. Courage helps us take calculated risks. Benevolence ensures we act with empathy and fairness, and strength enables us to persist through challenges. In conclusion, King's story is more than just a historical anecdote. It is a blueprint for success in any field. By adopting his principles of strategic timing, ethical practices, and cultivating key personal qualities, we can navigate the complexities of today's market with confidence and integrity. Let his story inspire you to think differently, act ethically, and strive for excellence in all your endeavors. 21. The Tale of Yanzi, True Humility and the Pursuit of Peace. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be humble, or how someone can cleverly resist the lure of fame and power? The story of Yanzi, a poet from the Song dynasty, gives us a fascinating glimpse into genuine humility and the value of personal peace. Join us as we delve into this intriguing tale that challenges our understanding of what it means to seek solitude and live authentically. During the Song dynasty, Emperor Zhenzong heard about a poet named Yanzi who wrote beautifully. Intrigued, the emperor sent for him, eager to witness his poetic talent and to potentially offer him a position at court. Upon arrival, Yanzi claimed he had never written poetry. Zhenzong asked him if anyone had written a poem for him recently. Yanzi replied that only his wife had gifted him a poem. Thinking Yang was just being modest, the emperor grew more interested and asked to hear this poem. Yang recited, "The more spirited the wine, the deeper I dive into the joy of poetry. Today, I'm summoned to the palace, but it's time to say goodbye to the old ways. Amused by the response, Zhenzong let Yang return home. Yang wasn't just being humble. He cleverly used his wife's supposed poem as a way to respectfully resist the emperor's demand. This shows there were two types of hermits back then, those who hid for fame and gain, and those like Yang Fu who genuinely sought solitude, never caring for official titles. Conclusion. The story of Yang Fu during the Song dynasty offers valuable lessons that resonate even in today's fast-paced world. In an era where social media and constant connectivity often push people to seek recognition and external validation, Yang Fu's actions remind us of the importance of genuine humility and inner peace. Firstly, Yang Fu's humility was not an act to gain favor or admiration. It was a true reflection of his character. When summoned by Emperor Zhenzong, Yang did not boast about his abilities or seek to impress the court. Instead, he used his wife's poem to gracefully and cleverly convey his desire to remain true to himself. This teaches us that humility is not about downplaying our abilities, but about being honest and authentic, even when faced with opportunities for personal gain. Secondly, the story highlights the value of personal peace over fame and recognition. Yang Fu was content with his life and did not crave the prestige of a court position. In a society that often equates success with titles and accolades, Yang's choice to prioritize his peace and solitude is a powerful reminder that true fulfillment comes from within. He sought happiness in simplicity and quiet, rather than the chaos and demands of a high-profile life. These lessons are especially relevant today as we navigate a world that often values appearance over substance. Yang Fu's story encourages us to reflect on our motivations and to find contentment in our own path, rather than chasing after the approval of others. It reminds us that true success is measured not by external achievements, but by our inner satisfaction and peace. In conclusion, Yang Fu's tale is a timeless lesson in humility and the pursuit of genuine happiness. By embracing authenticity and valuing our inner peace, we can lead more fulfilling lives, free from the pressures of societal expectations. This ancient story offers wisdom that can guide us in our modern lives, encouraging us to stay true to ourselves and find joy in simplicity. 22. Breaking out of the paint barrel, discovering enlightenment through everyday moments. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be enlightened? Imagine feeling trapped in darkness, only to suddenly see the world in a whole new light. In ancient Japan, Master Linji used the vivid image of a paint barrel to describe this journey. Two remarkable stories from the past reveal how unexpected moments can lead to profound realizations. Curious about how a simple barrel of water can unlock the secrets of the universe. Join us as we explore these enlightening tales and uncover the hidden wisdom within. Master Linji, an ancient monk from Japan, once said, "Before I was enlightened, I felt surrounded by darkness, as if I was in a barrel of paint. That's why later generations described freeing oneself from illusion and gaining enlightenment as breaking out of the paint barrel." For example, a revered nun named Tenzai Daishi, who stayed at Tungkian Temple, used her strength to help the temple by carrying water. One day, while carrying a barrel, the bottom fell out and all the water spilled. She had a sudden realization and composed a verse. "Tenzai carries water, the bottom falls out. Hold no water, hold no moon." From that day, she truly broke out of the paint barrel. Master Bank also wrote a verse. "The old barrel's bottom falls out, and heaven and earth are one circle." When the bottom of the barrel fell, all that remained was a circle encompassing heaven and earth. Conclusion. The stories of Master Linji, Tenzai Daishi, and Master Banku offer timeless wisdom that transcends cultural and historical boundaries. These tales remind us that enlightenment isn't a distant, unattainable goal reserved for monks or scholars. Instead, it is an accessible, deeply personal experience that can occur at any moment in our everyday lives. Master Linji's metaphor of breaking out of the paint barrel illustrates the power of overcoming illusions and misconceptions. It teaches us that our minds can be cluttered with false beliefs and distractions, much like being trapped in a dark, enclosed space. By breaking free from these mental confines, we can see the world clearly and understand our true nature. Tenzai Daishi's story emphasizes the unexpected nature of enlightenment. Carrying water seemed like a mundane task until the bottom of the barrel fell out. In that moment, she realized a profound truth. When we let go of our attachments and preconceived notions, we can experience a deeper sense of clarity and unity. Her verse, Tenzai carries water, the bottom falls out, hold no water, hold no moon, encapsulates this sudden enlightenment. Similarly, Master Banku's verse speaks to the simplicity and wholeness found in enlightenment. When the old barrel's bottom falls out, it symbolizes the collapse of our limited perspectives, leaving us with a unified vision of heaven and earth. This teaches us that enlightenment is not about acquiring more knowledge or achieving perfection, but about shedding what holds us back and seeing the world as it truly is. In our fast-paced modern lives, these ancient stories serve as gentle reminders to pause and reflect. They encourage us to find moments of stillness and insight in our daily routines. By doing so, we too can experience the profound shift that comes from breaking out of the paint barrel and embracing the clarity and unity that enlightenment brings. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.